I don't know why, I just feel like making a video. It's a nice morning out today. You know that crazy sound you hear? You know, like the eh. I think that's either a squirrel or a crow. I really don't know. But it's more of a vicious sound. Sometimes I wish I was Asian. You know, I act so much like an Asian person. And I'm not talking like an Asian person in present day. I'm talking like an Asian person from like 600 BC. Like where Lao Tzu created the Tao, wrote the Tao. Someone told me that he was the king's librarian. I never read a documentary on him or a biography on him. Sometimes I slip and I'm not one with the Tao. The last few days I definitely wasn't. I got caught up with people, a lot of people actually. I feel like when you surround yourself with a lot of people, it's beautiful that you have that many people in your life. But I feel like you don't necessarily think as clearly because you're always surrounded by, say, more chaos than order most of the time. There's not a proper balance of order and chaos. Or depending on your past, you might find yourself entertaining or trying to entertain the others around you, which puts added or makes you slip out of the present moment even more, or the Tao even more, because you're no longer in a state of being, you're in a state of achieving. And even though you don't know what's happening in the moment, it's happening, but you don't really know it, because you're surrounded by so many energies. I had a terrific day on Friday, so I became overly happy. It's probably one of the best days I've had in the past 2 years. It's one of my good friends. It was one of his kids' birthdays. So we did a lot of fun stuff, and it was a great day. And I pretty much carried that energy with me the next day, but I wasn't thinking clearly because I was too happy coming from the rebound of the day before. Sometimes it's not helpful to be too happy, to be overly happy. It could be very dangerous. Because you don't think clearly. You're not still. It's like the mind is in movement. Body is more energized. It's more in movement, and the brain doesn't think as clearly. It's more difficult to be still. For instance, Saturday and Sunday, the last 2 days, I really haven't sat by this window much. And I haven't filmed the video, and then, today I didn't really want to do it. It's just like, I don't have time, man. I don't even think I should be sitting by that window, There's other things that I should probably be doing right now. Which happens, when you have a couple of days that are chaotic or too happy. You feel like you always need to be doing, you need to be rushing. You feel like you don't really have time to be present because you have to keep going and going and going. That's how people slip off. That's how they start to have more chaos than order in their life. Or that's when they start to have way too much order in their life and not enough time to be present. And their life is completely filled by time structures. Kind of like how my morning was about to become. Because I have to work out, I have to stretch, I have to do yoga, then I have to go shopping, I have to do all these things that I line up for myself every day. But then I said to myself, like, no, man, I think your soul, like something about you needs to sit by that window and film that video. So I did. And then all of a sudden I just slowed down. And I realized what was really important. Which is having balance. It's having the balance between being present, and being still, and doing. Actually sitting and allowing yourself to have that time. Take a break from doing. Because unfortunately, when we become too happy, suffering usually tends to show up because we allowed ourselves to get too happy. Sometimes when you get too happy, you don't really think of others. You don't think about being there for others because you're caught up in yourself, or you're caught up in this happiness mode. Like yesterday, I went to my sister's house, and I arrived, and lately writing has made me very happy, to the point where I'm like laughing as I'm writing, because I'm kind of write with a little humor, wit to myself when I write. And I'm writing and I'm writing and I'm writing, and my niece is drawing on the wall because she's drawing. And I didn't really conversate with my niece that much. She was drawing and I was writing, and my mom was there, and that's always a factor. My niece and I, we tend to talk less when my mom's around. And when my mom's not around, me and my niece just, our sole purpose is just to hang out and talk, hang out with each other. So I think my mom had more of a factor to do with it than I did. But at the same time, if I wouldn't have been so wrapped up in being happy, making myself happy by writing, and being caught up in that selfish mode because I was having a chain of happy days, I think I probably would have connected more with my niece and had a better time with her. So if you do get overly happy, or if you find yourself happy, take a breather every once in a while and think about others. Or when you're doing a lot of things, step back every once in a while and ask yourself, is it really important for me to continue doing all these things? Or can I just sit by a window and look at squirrels? And, well, there's actually no squirrels out today. Too many clouds, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, man. Life's interesting, and it's always changing. It's always changing. I guess that's the the strange beauty of it, you know. If it didn't change so much, you'd probably get bored. Something is always thrown your way, something new always shows up. Anyways, guys, have a great day. Thank you so much for listening, and yeah, enjoy your week. Enjoy your week. Take care, guys. Thank you.